Hey, it's me, Karina. Welcome back to my daily Amazon FBA uploads. If you have not yet subscribed, here we are. Do so and click the notification bell. Like I said, I post daily videos, and today I'm going to be discussing the 5 mistakes that you could potentially be making when shipping your goods into inventory into Amazon FBA. And I also wanted to provide you with a really helpful guide that I attached down below. You can just click and download it. I will send it directly to your email. And basically what that's going to do is when you're creating a shipment label for your suppliers in China, it's going to make the process very easy for you. All you have to do is send them that little note and they'll fill it out, and it's going to make the process like 10 minutes for you as opposed to an hour, or an hour and a half, which is how long it took me when I first started creating them. So I made that guide for you down below so you can download it, even if you're planning on doing that in the future. But for now, let's just get into the meat of the video, which is the 5 mistakes that you should not be making when shipping your goods into the Amazon warehouse. And we're gonna start out with reason number 1, and that is the cheapest price. So one of the first mistakes, and I wanted to touch on this, is when people are looking for factories, a lot of the times they go with the factory that offers the cheapest price, and that is not necessarily always a good thing, because the cheapest price can mean worse quality product. Now that's not always the case, and if you are a student in my Amazon FBA program, you know that I teach you how to do this business model low risk, and I also provide you with negotiation templates with your suppliers on how you can get the lowest minimum order quantity for the best price without compromising the price of the product, without compromising the quality of the product. So that really helps you with negotiating and building a relationship to make sure your supplier trusts you. And there's a very specific way to go out about approaching this, and just from start to beginning within the whole negotiation process, because it is an art, and I've tested so many different templates. That is why I provide them for free to anyone who's enrolled in my Amazon FBA program. But you don't always want to go with the cheapest price. You want to have a good balance of top quality product and a best price that's not going to cut into your profit margins. So that's mistake number 1 that you should avoid even before your product begins to get manufactured. Now the second mistake is not having a made in China sticker or in written form on your actual product. Now this is not 100% time of chance an issue. This has to do with customs. So when your product is undergoing customs, it is possible that if you don't have a made in China sticker or it's printed physically on your labels, then your goods can be sent back to your address, your return address, which is your factory address. And this could be a very costly mistake because you're going to have to pay for shipping twice, essentially. Imagine if they check for this in the US territory and your product already went through the whole thing through the borders, and now it has to be shipped back. So now you have to make another payment for the shipping, and that's just extra cost you want to avoid. So make sure you always have a made in China sticker. Your supplier could put this on completely for free, or you just print it on your packaging if you do have packaging. Again, very efficient, and they'll just do it for free, and it's not something you should not do because you just don't want to get that chance, you know. And this doesn't just apply to China. Wherever your product is manufactured, customs has it that you have to write it on the box, or you have to have a sticker indicating for it. So let's move on to reason number 3, which is similar to that, and that is having your FNSKU sticker /UPC. So FNSKU is Amazon's generated barcode, and you want to make sure that's on the package. Unlike reason number 2, reason number 3 is a little bit less detrimental, because if you do forget to put your stickering on, or if your supplier doesn't do it, you can always have Amazon do it for 20 cents a unit, and that's a very inexpensive mistake to make. But you always want to make sure that you do have your FNSKUs printed on your packaging. The easiest way, again, is just to have your supplier stick them on. So that's just one thing you always want to have on there. And if you can't get your supplier for whatever reason, although that's unheard of because all my suppliers have done it for free for me, then you could just have Amazon do it for 20 cents, and that's just a necessity because that's how Amazon identifies your product. Reason number 4 is a choking hazard. So this is the third thing you should have on your package, and many people don't talk about this. Again, this is kind of a hit and miss situation, but you don't want to put yourself in that situation. So a choking hazard is basically for any item that is put in a poly bag, which is those see-through bags that some items come in. Imagine your product isn't very high-end or doesn't require an actual physical packaging, so you might just want to stick it in a see-through poly bag. However, a choking hazard is required for it, and it really depends on the size of your bagging. If you Google choking hazard Amazon, they will give you the guidelines, and you always want to make sure that is on your package. And again, your Chinese supplier should have no issue with doing that for you, again, for free. Now, the fifth reason is, and this is something I really wanted to touch upon because a lot of panic sets into with this reason, and there's really no good reason to be panicking about number 5, and I will reveal that to you, and that is forwarders and really overcomplicating the entire shipping process. Now, if you're a student in my Amazon FBA program, you know that I make this very simple for you. I provide you with templates and just easy ways to get this, but forwarders essentially are the people responsible for getting your shipment from one place to another. There are so many different ways to approach it. You can have air shipping. By the way, this is in regards of like shipping your product. So there's air shipping, there's sea shipping, there's different types of duties, like DDP, for example, which means delivery duties paid, and that is actually my favorite form of shipment. Again, there's different ways, and it really depends on the margins of your product. If you have something really heavy and large, of course you can't do air shipping. It's really going to cut into your profit margins and probably make them in the negative, so you want to do sea shipping when it comes to that, and it will save you a lot of money. If you have something light and small, then air shipping should be no issue. And then it comes with, okay, what forwarder takes care of things? Should I get my own forwarder? Should I talk to my supplier? Should I get a third party? Really, it's very, very easy. There are designated people, there are forwarders that know the process A to Z. You don't have to know all the intricacies of sea shipping and air shipping and duties and taxes. That is just too much stress. Focus on finding a good, profitable product and going through all the steps of actually manufacturing it and launching it. But the forwarding part is very, very easy. There are companies that take care of this for you, so you don't even have to think about it twice. It's really easy. You just tell them the type of shipping you want, and they give you several quotes, and based on the profit margins of your product, you can just find the best rate for you. I, of course, prefer to do deliveries duties paid, which means they just cover everything for you, and they are responsible for taking your product all the way from China to the actual Amazon warehouse. So you really don't have to overstress this or put in a lot of thought when it comes to this. So that's that. And again, like I mentioned, if you want that guide that's down below, it's really going to help you out, especially when you're creating your shipping label. So just click it, I'll send it directly to your email, and then my program and all the other links I offered are down below, and I will see you in my next video.